I also want to speak tonight about not really any plans or policies, but just more about the very principles that underpin our democratic process here in our nation and in Coral Springs. The vital importance of freedom of speech and the equally vital need for civility in our public discussions. These are not competing ideals. These are two sides of the same coin. This is a conversation that is as old as democracy itself. In ancient Athens, the concept of parrhesia, or frank speech, was a cornerstone of civic life. It was the right of every citizen to speak freely and boldly in public debate, a freedom that made Athens unique. Yet as we saw the trial of Socrates, even the founder of democracy struggled with the limits of free inquiry when it challenged established beliefs. Socrates was condemned not for a crime, but for his relentless pursuit of truth through questioning, a pursuit that some found offensive to the city's traditions. This tension between freedom and conformity is a timeless one. The French Enlightenment philosopher Voltaire, in a sentiment famously attributed to him by his own biographer, gave us a powerful modern articulation of this ideal. I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. This is the ultimate test of our commitment to free speech, to protect the right of our opponents to speak even when we find their words offensive or wrong. Today, our public discourse is often defined by a new challenge, confronting speech that we believe to be offensive, biased, or based on cultural untruths. It is here that the balance between free speech and civility is most tested. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequence, nor does it mean we must tolerate ideas that are patently false or harmful. Our legal system has long held that the best response to bad speech is more speech, not less. This is our civic duty. When we are confronted with offensive or biased statements, our role as engaged citizens is not to demand their censorship. Instead, we must meet these moments with a commitment to truth and reason. We must have the courage to speak up, to correct falsehoods, and to present our own counterarguments with clarity and conviction. This is how we push back against misinformation and prejudice, by filling the marketplace of ideas with better ideas, stronger arguments, and a commitment to shared facts. My message tonight is that our democratic health as a city and a nation depends on our ability to embrace both freedom of speech and civility. Let us use our freedom to speak out against injustice and falsehoods, but let us do so with the respect and grace that makes true dialogue possible. Let us hold ourselves and our leaders accountable, not just for what is said, but for how we say it. By doing so, we can ensure that our country and our city remains a place where every voice can be heard and where our disagreements can lead to progress, not division.